Alright, so in this video, we're going to be going over prompt templates with LangChain and just introduction to them, why they matter, so on and so forth. So let's just jump right into it. So prompt templates, what are they? Why do they matter? Let's talk about it. When you're using LangChain, you're going to be prompting these large language models, and prompting is just, you're typing something in and you're getting a response. It's just a prompt is what a prompt is. And a lot of times these prompts, there's different kinds of prompts. Maybe you want to format it in a certain way. Maybe you want a template that you can reuse. It's think about you're building an application. Let's say we're building an application where a kid is generating a story about themselves or something like that. They need to input their name. You probably want to take whatever user input is coming from the front end and stick that into some kind of template. Or instead of without a template, maybe you're just concatenating strings. It can just kind of get a little messy. LangChain has some nice tools for us to do this a little bit more elegantly. And so what you want to do is import right here on this second cell here. We're going to import prompt template from LangChain. And this is just your basic prompt template. For example, like the example I just said, maybe we were generating a story for a kid. Maybe we would say, write a story about brackets name slaying a dragon. In this case, we have list 3 topics about topic. And you just specify the input variable and this other parameter that you're initializing the prompt template with. Then we've got this prompt template object right here. So I'm just gonna run this real quick. So we ran that, and now this is gonna spit back. When we format it, it's gonna spit back the formatted prompt. Let's run it, and it'll print list 3 facts about elephants. We can change this to tigers, list 3 facts about tigers. Pretty simple. So why is this important? Let's take this formatted prompt now, list 3 facts about tigers. Now let's pass this off to a large language model, because just this string alone, this sentence alone, we can't really do much with it. But when we connect this to a large language model, it becomes really powerful. And so we're going to use OpenAI here. So import the OpenAI large language model from LangChain, initialize it here. Verbose just means if there's any chain of thought where the language model is doing some kind of sequential reasoning under the hood, we'll see printed output. Temperature 0.5 gives it a little bit of variability, and then we're going to initialize an LLMChain. Pass in this OpenAI LLM right here, prompt template, this thing that we created up here, and let's run it. Okay, so now we've initialized the chain. Now in order to use the chain now has this OpenAI LLM and this prompt template we created up here, and it's expecting some input, this right up here, this input variable. We're going to run it with this, and let's see what we get back. We've now received 3 facts about elephants. Let's see. Elephants are the largest land animals in the world. African elephants have large ears, blah, blah, blah. So you can see what happened here. We took elephants, inserted it into this prompt here, and then sent it off to this OpenAI LLM. We got the response, and then we printed it. So that's pretty cool. Now, let's look at a different prompt template example here. We have FewShotPromptTemplates. It's okay, whoops, let's not do that. What's a FewShot prompt template? So here, we didn't really give this any examples. We didn't really color the output to our liking in any kind of way. We didn't add any kind of influence or whatever. We were just okay, here, take this and give me something back. Let's say you have an idea of what you want. Let's say in that example, or we'll pick a new example. Maybe you're making a quiz or something, and have an idea about the questions that you wanted from the quiz. And maybe instead of here, we wanted the facts listed. Maybe we wanted multiple choice. Maybe not multiple choice. It probably knows how to format multiple choice. Let's say we had a really custom question format that we wanted the language model to know about and follow exactly. We could give it a list of example questions that we said, okay, yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like, and then we could then send those examples along in our prompt. And so this is how we would do that. In this example, we're making a few shot template that is going to help us name an app based on a category. We've listed out some examples and corresponding categories that we know are true. So it's like Spotify music, Instagram social, TikTok social, Tinder dating, and Talk famous entertainment. These apps or these examples are what we're going to pass into this few shot template along with another prompt template that we're creating. And you'll notice these keys here, name and category, correspond to the input variables of this prompt template. And that's intentional. That's how this needs to be, because under the hood, what will happen is this few shot prompt template will take all these examples and shove it into this prompt template. And we'll see what that looks like here in a second. So we'll create our few shot prompt template. We're going to pass in some examples, this app name prompt template, as well as this, as well as a prefix here. This comes before all of the examples that are formatted, and then we'll have a suffix. And you'll see the suffix here is taking into account what we're going to run the chain with that we pass this template into. So remember, the goal of this is to name an app based on a category. So we're expecting to receive a name. We're going to be inputting a category. So we leave the name here as like, okay, the large language model is going to receive this big formatted thing, and then the last thing is going to be the suffix, and then it's going to be the response. So it's kind of like we're letting the large language model kind of continue on with whatever we're giving it. And we'll see an example of the formatted prompt. It'll make more sense. So let's run this. You'll see we have the prefix right here. Create names for apps based on their category. That's this thing. And then you'll see it used this prompt template right here with all of our examples. It formatted it like so. And then you'll see we have our suffix here that is formatted similarly to our examples. That's intentional to follow the same pattern. And you'll see the app name is blank. And so it's like, okay, aren't we supposed to get the app name? We get the app name when we pass this into a large language model, or not a large language model, when we pass it into a chain and then run the chain. So let's say we've created some kind of an app that would fall in the lifestyle category. We can pass that into this app naming chain. Let's see what we get. Lifestyle X. Let's run it again. What else do we get? Lifestyle-y. What else? Lifelink. So you can see we can change this. Let's see, music. Let's see what comes out. Jamify. SoundCloud. SoundCloud is an app. Okay, not much variability there. Let's try another category. Utility. Helperize. Smart tools. Taskmaster. So you can see that's pretty cool. This is a quick overview on how to use prompt templates and few shot prompt templates. That's all for now. Peace.